control.
Now, obviously, the NWO, a massive part of you, something that you've come up with and brought this to our attention. And last year it was announced, or it might be earlier this year, that they were going to be entered into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, for me, just as a fan point of view, I don't understand why it wasn't Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and you. That's what I would envision going into the Hall of Fame. So when you found out the news of the lineup that were going in, what were your thoughts? Did you feel that you should be included? Did you understand why X-Pac was in there? What kind of is your thoughts on that?
I didn't react nearly as much as I guess many people thought I would or should. I look at things differently. If you were to come to my home, I have a sizable home, 5,000 square foot, not bragging, but I've got a lot of wall space in my house, right? In fact, you can see I'm in my office upstairs. There's hardly anything on the walls up here, right? I have no memorabilia. I don't have pictures of myself and things that represent, parts of my career. I don't have any of that. There's not one piece of wrestling memorabilia. I'll take that back. There's one or two things out in the storage unit, but there's nothing in my house that if you didn't know me, you wouldn't come into my house and go, oh, he must have been in the wrestling business. Oh, there's a picture of him and Hulk Hogan. Oh, there's a picture of him and Dennis Rodman. Oh, there's Shaquille O'Neal. There's Ric Flair. There's Roddy Piper. Nothing, right? I loved my time in the industry while I had it. I am so grateful for it. I can't articulate it sufficiently, but I don't hang on to things. So when it was announced, I was happy for my friends. Hulk Hogan is my best friend to this day. Scott Hall is still a great friend of mine. Kevin Nash is a good friend of mine. Sean Waltman is a good friend of mine. So my initial reaction was, God, good for them. And my second reaction, probably at about the same time, simultaneously, was, all right, they're finally recognizing the NWO, which in my opinion, if it wouldn't have been for the NWO, there wouldn't have been an Attitude Era. If there wouldn't have been an Attitude Era, the WWE as we know it today probably wouldn't exist. So for WWE to recognize the NWO, whether I was in it or not, whether I was a part of it or not, didn't really matter to me because I was thrilled for my friends and really gratified, I guess, flattered that they finally recognized what an influence NWO was and still is to this day on the wrestling industry.
Well, I hope that they ask you to induct them because I think that's something. I think for a fan, we want to see you there in some capacity. So hopefully, when all this is over, you're going to be asked to induct.
You know what? I would much rather see Vince McMahon do it. I mean, that would be the ultimate. For Vince McMahon to have to induct NWO, come on. That would be the best, wouldn't it? That would be the ultimate acknowledgement of the NWO. I'd rather have Vince do it.
Do you know what? I think that would be one of those moments that would just get viral and shared everywhere if that happened.
It would definitely. It would be right up there with Vince introducing me as the new general manager on Monday Night Raw. It would. I don't know if it would be quite that big, because right now, WWE has more or less embraced the NWO as part of their intellectual. Well, it is their intellectual property. They purchased it, but again, they're still producing the merchandise. This past WrestleMania, John Cena, came out in his NWO gear as a part of the Firefly Funhouse, which is just fantastic in my opinion. But so they've kind of integrated the NWO into the WWE culture already. So Vince doing it wouldn't be quite as shocking. But to me personally, come on, that'd be awesome.
You kind of just